started. Let's do this. All right. So I'm looking at the deal right now in Atlas. This is I hosted on the atlas.com on the con. And I'm trying to figure out, hey, am I buying this or am I wholesaling this deal? It's on cash flows and definitely helping the homeowner. Turns out she's got multiple processes. One of them wants to focus on this, like, oh, okay, we can take over this one, and we can do, she's nobody's buying it. Yeah, we can take this full time and then do a payment and pay off the more and whatnot, all that stuff. So looks like it's a good deal. It's a good deal, and you should be doing the same. Get everybody under contract on the wholesale on the Atlas. You might find on the wholesale Atlas, and then you can share this link with others. In the meantime, I'm going to ask, hey, you must have paused stuff down. We'll talk about some other stuff, X stuff. Well, no, surely, yeah, I got it. Love it. Yeah, let's do it. Anyway, what's on it is I'm using a particular deal as a really good example of a property that potentially buy as a group. We've got a group right now. We also bought a property, say about a month ago now. A group of maybe 8 people. 2 of those people on the deal can get equity without having to put any money in. How do they do that? How in the world do they do that? It turns out this really, really awesome idea that I like to call the shared equity plan. Came about from this point back. The same happened when I called up the utility. I was like, "Hey, so can I get this utility turned on?" Like, yeah, sure. There's no on fee. Great. There's no on fee that I'm basically lose, but I still need to check. I'd rather lose that fee than realize later on that the entire electrical system, and all that stuff have problems, and it's going to cost me $20 to fix those types of things. I'd rather turn the stuff $25 and find out upfront. Okay, fine. The others, they said, yeah, you all put a deposit on. You should know this. To put a deposit to get the facility. Okay, fine. And how much deposit? Well, it depends. It depends on your credit. What? Get the utilities turned on the $25 fee plus a deposit that depends on my. And I literally said, yeah, I got no credit. So I guess it's going to be what the maximum is. Whatever the maximum is, that's what it's going to be, because I read it. I literally have no loans on that. I buy anything I do with cash property. And so it looks good, but still, let's go to Gridview. I love Gridview. I just want to quickly look at things. So yeah, my guy's gonna go through and check everything. And this is the thing. I said it before on one of the other lives. These guys who the inspections, they are amazing. They are super important. It's expensive. It's simple. Yes. Well, crowd go wild for our vectors. Those guys amazing job. They basically, you see these on the internet. Wow, looks like a good product. Nice. It's like, I can potentially buy this. Yeah, it doesn't need a lot of work, but the inspectors go in, and if there's a cockroach on a counter, they will take a picture of the cockroach and put it in their inspector and say, "Hey, you might have a problem," when nobody would have told you about this. Awesome. So we'll run, and like you said, I'll be calling up and we paying too much with the deposit. But once I turn electricity on, I get charged for my 1 day, and then turn. I'll turn it off anyway, right? Because I'm not ready to close. But turn it back on if we close, or the buy eventual buyer. If I do wholesale, they can come along, right? They're on as well. So get past however much it is. Here we go. Let's talk about the idea of how the heck am I gonna buy this property? Right now, the entry fee is $25, right? And it's a cash property. It makes me a lot of money on this deal if I bought it by myself. And it turns out that I'm actually interested in helping people who are currently selling wholesale, trying to get deals closed, trying to get buyers to actually buy stuff. Gone through a lot of the process. I learned a lot about wholesale and a lot about how to find great deals, underwrite, all of that stuff. One thing that I keep finding, why I created BuyLive.com, is, hey, I really I want to find buyers. You almost need buyers to buy these contracts once you've gotten the deal on contract. No matter how good it is, doesn't matter. You can't wholesale without buyer. So I buy for that purpose, and let's bring them on and let's see, what the actual boxes are, and then, what can you as a wholesaler to close their deals. But in the meantime, myself, I'm a buyer, and I'm interested in buying deals. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to be buying deals and they're 5K, and there's a bunch of other wholesalers who are trying to buy their fill and stuff like that, might not much mean. Well, by all means, how much do you have? Do you have like $1,000 discretionary? Do you have $500? Whatever that number is, you too can become a buyer, right? What? It's possible you to become a buyer without any money at all. Without having money at all, like two people on the last deal that bought a property. Myself and 6 people money. We're still paying money, but it's going to be cash flowing pretty shortly. But we're paying money, and the people in that deal who are not paying any money at all, they are doing some work, a little bit extra. But yeah, we're venturing on that deal. So how are we doing this? Well, I call shared equity plan, being created by the credit team, my team, but shared equity plan. So on today's live, we're going to talk about what the shared equity plan is. Are you ready? Are you ready, everybody? Here, yes. Yeah. Nobody in the audience, everybody's quiet, silent, that works. Here's the thing: you want to buy properties with us, it goes. Here, a client is we're building no credit. You don't need credit. What is conventional sale? What's a conventional sale? You take property, let's say, on market for 100K, and you want to buy it. Okay? So you drop the price. Now it's down to 100K. You can go any more than that. Why? Because there's a loan. There is one property that the current owner already has. Let's say that's 96K. Okay. So now you use property for 100, but and use 100 because that really come out really easily, right? It makes it really difficult to understand. 100 you're selling this property for, potentially up to close, but guess what? There's a loan of 96 that the bank has to get their money back, and the realtor has to get paid. They get their cut. That 1,000 cost come to about 2%, a little less. What does that mean? It means the seller has to pay money to sell this property. They try to do it for when, so they can make some money. Nobody wants to buy it at that price, but they need to sell it. Guess what? They're losing money. Money is coming out of your pocket to build their property, and they're like, you know what? I want to move on from this property. Whatever the reason is, I have too many because I can't. Whatever the reason is, they are fine. They're losing money. If they're losing, even if they miss some right, money out of the pocket. All right, conventional sale. So we come along, and I created this thing called the credit team, right? And I created this thing called the note team that pretty much what others to make sure that Will gets paid. We're going to buy this over time, and we're going to closing costs. Well, what does that mean? It means that the seller walks away not having to pay $1,000. Haven't had to pay any at all. We're going to take the loan, we're get it in place, we're going to up to it, blah blah. But guess what? They're making any at all. At least they're not losing it on anybody. That's what other people. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that too, right? Well, go a step further. Instead of that, I created. You want to do this more right? I created the shared equity plan. Shut it up from the roof. To everybody. Name is Clinton. The shared equity plan. What is the shared equity plan? As this credit. Shared equity plan is the same thing, right? You've got the property, you sell 100,000. Your current balance is 6. Okay, and the agent 3%. Wholesaler wants to get 10%, something, right? They want K, but I'm like, no, I'm like or 3. Especially if I'm doing all. So I'm using 3% here. It could be 4, whatever. 10, I think. I'm using 3%, and so the owner right now, I'm leaving that 4%. 100,000 minus 9, that's 4% equity, right? Not including any payments to the agent and stuff like that. So I'm being very generous, okay? I'm saying what? You can joint venture with us. You can venture with us. Agent can joint venture. Seller can joint venture with us. Everybody can joint venture with us, and they get equity. They all get equity. This is where you don't have any money. This is where 2 people on our deal came in, won the deal. They got equity in the deal. They brought the deal. They didn't have to put any money in. This is what you can do. This is what you do, ladies and gentlemen. You find a really great deal. You can underwrite it. You can underwrite it. You have a lot of people watching these videos from being in our Discord, learn how to underwrite. You get a really, really good deal. You have the cash for it. If you join venture with us, you get equity. Why to do this? I'm going to show you why, but why we want to do it is you could potentially get you like you're closing. I have this deal, but finally I find someone actually buying close to anything and they have any access to you have access to us to buy properties. Why don't you want cash? Yes, because our exit at the very least is one at 2x. How do we get there? Well, the fee goes up a little bit. We pay loan, so that goes at and sure we end up with, in this case, $1,000 in a difference, right? You can look at whatever. It's $40,000 sale price and the loan value. So from 4 to 40 thousand dollars. Okay, how do we get? Well, each year, depending on your market. I mean, if this was if this was Boston, be where you buy property for 1K and for 100K, and 2 months later it's worth 120K, right? So that seems to be the way in Boston. I know because I've been there. But probably a place you get like a 50% appreciation for that number. But it might be a couple of years. But somehow, some way, the target price property money has gone down to 80K, and with that, we now have $40,000 to split. And now everybody paid. You're getting paid by the same percentage equity that you had, the same percentage that you had. Can I an amen? Isn't that awesome? And, oh, thank you so much. How do we get? We before, according to instead of seller, again, came in with thing because you were getting at the bottom. But what if you did this? But the idea here is if you want, you end up, I believe, by your own math, you figure it out, fluctuation, put it into market. I will go minimum is, but goal is actually we want to think means 1,000 to play. So that's the so need to shift one step further. If you go to, ladies and gentlemen, just for you to go to the video.shiftplan.com, you'll video that you now go to just ask for this. Yeah. No, slow down. So what I was spending such time trying to put all running, got the videos and all that stuff, got the video created, got my voice and all that. That's I don't know.
Yeah. 12 with no credit. Imagine
Shit,
equity that has mortgage.
Yeah. Awesome stuff, man. So you go to video.and.com and check. You to sell. If whatever I just said didn't make any sense, you want to read it yourself. You want to hear it for yourself. You want to hear it and whatnot. You can share with your buddies. I wouldn't share the PDF that I was just doing because until you really understood the shared equity plan. It's simple. It's simple now. Guess what? I created it. I quit. I don't know. I'm not, enough of that. Any questions, anybody? What did I miss? What don't you understand? After this, they're gonna tell me I didn't hear anything. We're not hearing what's going on. So I'm gonna let Mr. Ashi. It is done. It is a set of my favorite people, the machines matrix.
It's done. Yeah.
It is done. Vid, what do you think?
I mean, this is awesome. I see what you're breaking. This is exactly basically how it goes down for people in the crowd. Like, so awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, I may have come up with concept, and yes, team. The first group, if anybody is curious, the first group I implemented as of a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was. But we've been working the details over the past week or two, and we're like, man, why aren't we doing more? We're doing a whole lot more in the future. So so if you go to sharedequityplan.com, you can see this general, you can see all these other videos where these people are saying, hey, you can survive it, dude. You can. It's not me telling you. not just me telling you you buy without credit. Why? How do I know? I'm fine. I'm living the dream. Dream, people. Shared equity plan, love it. All right, so enough of that. Let's go to what else? What else is new? What is up? You all have questions. You all enjoy video program as we often do. Folks, I'm in here and then. Listen, hopefully you're learning. Denise is in the house, has joined us. What is up, Joey, my guy? Wait, so that's my deals. Well, we can go ahead and take a look at some other stuff I was doing in the wholesale atlas. So, one we can start. Let's go to what is Cape of Nico? Is that Colombo? That is waiting. I suppose to come in here and say they have one last question. Tell me about it. Last questions, but it's all good. We're here to help. We are here to help. So yeah, how do I use a wholesaler? How would I use the wholesale atlas potential potential buyers and or deals for those buyers? Right? I would simply go to thewholesaleatlas.com/buy boxes, and if you've got a location, this is literally how I use it. Okay, I'm not currently looking for property in Tennessee, but if I was, I'd probably load up this buy box and look for leads for this one. What I will do is go ahead at my location because I'm looking at Arizona right now. There's a reason I'm doing Arizona, Nevada, actually, Las Vegas, doing Las Vegas, Nevada, because as of now, it is 5 p.m. there. So, added Las Vegas to my list. And here's an investor who says they're looking for properties Vegas, Las Vegas. I don't know right now if I can. There aren't any additional filters as of yet. But this defines 11 investors interested in Nevada. So what else? This one I've already. This one looks good. We still have this issue with, if you're here, but we still have this issue with some of this showing up to $15 as opposed to 15%. I'm thinking that's 15% down payment. Katy, Texas. Man, said the person. They're looking for something in Katy, Texas, Houston, Texas, in Tampa, Florida. But the very specific numbers to me. Interest rate 3.5. Everyone wants an interest rate under 3%. Wow, look at that, under 4%, I guess I should say. That is interesting. But this is Sellify. This is Sellify, and then these are any and it's up to 0.5%. So Arizona, Coast, Katy, Texas, Orlando. Right. So this box. Find some deals. So I'm using this is the ad mode of this particular buy box, and it's gonna give me some leads. How many in total? Just under 900 leads in this general location. So I'm gonna minimize this a bit. I am making solid, definitely. Denver, not right now. Atlanta, I can potentially do, but kind of expensive for my taste right now. They're basically Hollywood prices. Let's see, some other people are hitting me up. So let me see what they want. All right, cool. Done. What else? Yep. My meeting, that's done. And that's perfect. All right, good. So, choose taking care of. Let's try this again. Mess it up. Yep. All right, yeah. Restart. We'll try it again. All right. So, Charlotte, I do like. Ohio, I guess we'll keep that. Dallas and Phoenix, Arizona. I've looked in Phoenix. Phoenix is very cold, so I will skip that for now. Tampa, and I like cities in Tampa. I've seen good looking in Tampa, but they're gonna be very hot. And I should probably add. I like Kissimmee. Kissimmee ones. Use mice. There you go, Kissimmee, Florida. Go Florida, Houston, Katy, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. That's an odd one, but it's all good. What do we do? So that's what I look for. And subject to in supply hybrids, I'm going to leave off just because this is, those sellers expect a lot of cash because they've got a lot of money in equity, and I'm not prepared to purchase those properties, or for you if you were to join me to do it. So, I'm going to put 500K even for the seller 5. Because why am I doing that? Because when the properties are a whole lot more expensive than that, you really need your rents to be a whole lot more. You need a whole lot more income coming in, and I feel that it's very challenging, especially if someone's paying $5,000 a month. Man, you might to either try to find another one who, sometimes that's going to take a while, or just have to sit there and pay whatever you're paying that you were hoping that K per month would have paid you. So that can be very challenging. So I go low. Interest rate is already set lower than that, and after I'm going to say at least 3. That's fine. I'm going to say 3. 900. So we should be around 100. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, on now. All right. How many do we have, ladies and gentlemen? 3. Wow. Over 300. Over 300. Okay, well, I'm going to have to limit this again because right now, Charlotte comes pretty late in the day, and I don't want to be calling Charlotte. So I should have actually removed East Coast from this list. Houston is cutting it kind of close. So I'm going to drop Houston. Orlando. These are live for future, not for this live, not for my end of day live. Maybe in the middle of the day, earlier in the day, or something. Maybe on Saturdays, but Saturdays have been really busy doing some other stuff. But anyway, let's move on. We've got Austin, Dallas, and Charlotte's already dropped. So we're just gonna keep those 2, and then we'll drop those other ones. Carolina and Florida. Although I like Florida, we'll drop those as well. All right, so got some places in Texas, pretty much all of Texas. The triangle. I've got Dallas, I got Austin, I got San Antonio, and I did pull off Houston. I would need that to get my triangle to be perfect, but that's all good. Tell me that you will to consider. Love this about the wholesale atlas. So remember, we started looking at boxes just to some ideas, and then clicked. So if one of these would say yes, then yeah, that'll work. So now I use some underway, and so I've got 53. I'll go one more, and I will say, hey, make sure the cash flow. Apply it on. I'm basically just showing you how to use Atlas mode. So that was a little bit too tight. I'm surprised it didn't include. Same time, I'm surprised cash flow doesn't include Sellify because almost every single file is cash flow. So
it almost doesn't cash flow as a seller. Someone just made a bad deal then.
Yeah. So not to sell because I'm probably gonna forget it, but note to you and the team, can you make when look on cash flows that the Sellify's say in that list? Maybe. Okay, so let's take a look. And you all know, if you've been watching my lives, you know the first thing I'm going to do, I look through all of that stuff. I'm going to look for stuff that's got either brick front or something, because I love a brick property. This one might work. Is that a Dadu? Even 500K. Sellify. Dallas. Yeah, my last house that I built was a brick front property. It was really, really expensive because I love the brick. I was like, I don't care. Joke's on me, man. Joke's on me. Economy turned and all kinds of stuff happened. And this is a 3-2. Wow, this is pretty big. It's a 3-2 and it's very big. Just built on the market, Sellify. Wow.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Duplex, I see.
You've convinced me. I guess I'm gonna have them a call and see what we can do with it. I don't need to.
I said flex, you're like, oh, convinced me.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks good enough. It's brand new. Oh, what could be wrong? Wait, I'd say what could be wrong. I guess, man, these home builds,
True. It's
man,
true.
they do stuff that they're like, oh, it's a brand new house. Guess what? It's still gonna have problems.
That's why you still got to get an inspection. There's like 20 things on it.
Exactly. Totally agree. All right, so here's the deal. Potentially, the rent, how $3,000, and this is just one side, wouldn't it be? Wow, wow, this looks good. Cash and cash is there. It's only 70%. Now that I'm paying anything, but obviously you all know if we shared equity, my goal would be to make these. Of course, it doesn't really matter for Sellify, but gotta be over % me. But this pretty good. Entry fee 35. So let's make the call. Let's make the call. How this goes. In the meantime, I'm showing what is and where do I put this phone? Wait. Information, no phone number. Okay, let's go to Zillow and see if it just. Okay, it is right. Right, Vid. Here didn't any contact info, but we do have 2 phone numbers on it.
Right.
So give you the address. What's funny is this is really what happens in all lives. I get in here, I stop doing work, and then I stop what I'm doing midstream to let you all know so we can improve the goals.
Yeah.
Good. Go back and really, you go and look in website bugs, you'll see I'm always posting something in there. Ooh, see, I got what's his name? Someone's patch bug. If this thing forces me to a bunch of stuff in there, what's wrong? That's what's wrong. What else? How can we use this issue? How else? How can we see this issue of us and use X. What should happen? What actually happens? No contact. Submit. Go away. Get back to my job. Let me get back to making some calls. Ooh, this is an 800 number. When they're gonna pick up the end of the day.
Oh, you made the video?
Yeah, I dropped it in the chat for you. Share that video.
Right.
Want information regarding Prop 1. To read the link to website. site and text, please enter the house number, followed by the pound sign. For land or by the numbers only for the ML number. Press sign. Para español, presione la tecla numeral.
This is very interesting. Very interesting. They're going to enter. Well, let's try it.
Part is not currently an active listing. To see information this and similar property, press 1. Press star. Enter your call now.
Literally, it says it's not. I don't know what it's talking about. End of the day, we're in Dallas. After hours, they suppose we're in Dallas.
Not available right now. If you would, leave your phone number and name, and I'll mailbox is full and not accepted.
No!
I hate this.
I was so looking forward to it. I was so looking forward to
Man, I hate those things.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? What?
Oh,
You
good.
said?
I've
Nice.
got some sound effects, dude. We are
Let's go.
live. Today it's a fun live.
Soundboard's got all the sounds in it. I don't know what you got back there, but you got
Yeah.
something going.
It's not
Yeah.
it's not perfect, but I'm making
But it's
progress.
on sound.
I'm making progress. Maybe we'll see. All right,
That's
I'll
crazy.
drop that one. I guess we'll make the call. Yeah, nothing happened, so I'll just skip it. Move on. What else? Let's find another one. Ashi, how are you doing? How are things? The video.
I am still looking at it.
Can I hide this? No. Access down access. Nice one.
It meant its whole site.
Yep. It's it was like I need to wait, so I'll get a few things fixed, but I'll do.
Cool.
Single
Would you
story.
be could you help me on email to realtors about plan?
Yeah, I can help you with that. Yeah, help you with that for sure. This property also cash flows really well, 8%. This is a trend. This is another contact info, and I go to Zillow, and it's got two funds. Told you, but one of the reasons that the link to White is because early on I was like, hey, can I just, why do I have to get the address and go to Zillow and search for it? Just add the link, please. Like, so I asked a few more times, and then I like, fine.
They still gave you credit.
Credit. Credit. 3 saves. I'm kind of curious. This is another new function. Hablo English. Place. Inglés.
Hi, Lenora Homes. It's a pleasure
My Clinton, I'm a buyer, and I'm looking for one much Dallas, Texas. Yes, sir.
All right, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm seeing it is available.
Okay.
All right. Did you view the property yet, or tour?
The way we do this is we see if we can find a way to make it this property. If so, we'll send it back to. We'll and they'll do all the stuff we need to do. The picture make this slow deal for me. My question is, obviously, don't bring their property on sale as much cash as they can, as fast as they can. They that by this time, let's say over 5 years, like that.
Yeah, way to have that way to and years.
Okay.
That good.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're looking at some property and the option.
I would get a phone. I'm literally calling the opposite side of the world right now. I'm putting my time to it's going to take a while to fly to Dallas. So I'm really got another wine in as we speak. Just on funny list. So let's do it. So
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Everything. Yeah. So that I can give you a call. They're done for concern.
Okay.
But starting something at 10 a.m. to be able to be able to and about at 5:30. You have some time between him and 30 standard time tomorrow.
I do have so let's say central. I can do 12 p.m. do 5 p.m. because the schedule looks
Okay.
On Thursday.
Okay. Perfect. All right. 12:05. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Perfect. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and get this together, and I'll just get some information from this just so I can get everything here in the system. So what was your name again?
First name Clinton. Last name is
Okay. QUTO.
Okay, interesting. Oh no, Clinton, just Clinton. No, it's Clinton like Bill Clinton. Yeah, and his came and he asks, well, be careful what you ask me. Ask like something like that. I am live now at iCloud.com, so other people can see what you go to your property.
Oh, gotcha. We're not going to have for all that. I'm going to send this over to, it's the last thing.
Okay, so you can send it to Clinton at BikeBoxLive.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and get this here for you and everything process. So we can head and I'll see if well, let me just like get right now. Okay, yeah, total work perfect. So yeah, I'll get this here then for 12 tomorrow. And I'll send over a confirmation here like in the next 10 minutes or so. Text message and also email, just kind of go over the person's name, who's going to give you
Okay.
and kind of review and go there. And yeah. Did you have other questions before I let you go?
Well, here's a question. It sounds like with this, and this is brand new construction, is what it looks. If we can buy this, speed of term, we need to pick up some more properties. You think that's a possibility?
Yes, that could be. Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, you did that. That just go to different department down the road.
Okay.
But if not, you can always work with our new consultant there.
No worries. Well, the way that it works, it was one deal, and you see all of a sudden, more. Happy with that as well.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, yes, sir. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that system for you. And yeah, we'll get everything going. And you should have the confirmation. And go from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Yep. You bet. All right.
Good one.
Great day. All right. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like it's promising. I won't say that it sounds promising. If they do this, especially this property, 30. Hey, we went to trouble, nice property. Nobody wants to buy it. We want cash. But if someone can transfer this money online, he mentioned 30 years, and that'd be awesome. So let's see what we can do. Oh wait, do this. All right, for the bus, ladies and gentlemen, one for the X. Wait, what else we got? Yeah, how did I get to this deal? I went to the wholesale.com. Like you said, I love the brick front. Looks good. Why do I love? Here's a question. Why do I love brick front though when I'm just buying a property and stuff is going to be in it? I'm like, if I'm going to buy it anyway, then yeah, I prefer this. If the apocalypse comes and I have to buy different properties across the world, I'd love to be in, look like a kind of property I want to be in. Then choose, let's say I buy this, let's go to that one. But this particular property coming up here, I'm like, the apocalypse comes, do I want to be in a property that sort of looks like this? Probably not. I could potentially do it, right, if we have to, but probably not. What jumps out at me? That they use so much paint in this thing that they've got tire model over the spot, and it's because of the black paint that or these are just brand tires, or the sun was just so hot. These tires are adjusting, and so with every turn you make, you're leaving marks all over the driveway. Some drove through with big some money in this business. So, all right, nice spot. Wait, let's move on. Step messing. Find another deal to make a call on. See, Patty Base Point Collective, Patty Space, as I like to call it, in the building. So Patty and Ali, shaking, man, shake. Ali, I like the ghost. Ali floats like butterflies, things like bees in the house. house. What is up, sir? How this comes up, just looking. I guess what I'm doing is just at the brick properties first. This one's, what are you doing? Arctic and all that stuff. I'm like, I'm very simple. I'm a very simple person. I'm a very simple person. I really like this one down. I like this. Let's see what we can do. It's end of the day. Yeah, end of the day for everybody down. So that's why. Let's go to somewhere else. Brand new construction. I'm seeing constructions. You know, that last one was. I think what else for anything in Texas, all these brand new constructions, I'll do this maybe in the morning or midday, something tomorrow. Just sell tomorrow. Let me get that off sometime soon. So let's see if I drop these and let's go. All that fine. Let's go over to Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Let's see. We still got 53 days. Why? These are still in Dallas. So I have to quit. Be annoying. So I'm just gonna have to do it myself. In fact, I had this before. In the time, while this is doing what it's doing and showing me all these things, let's see if this is a limit to my Las Vegas thing. On a new window. North Las Vegas. If anybody knows about North Las Vegas, there's a reason I don't select North Las Vegas. If you want to know, ask. This is interactive. This is the radio program. I'm listening. Got questions, comments? So I had 500K. My interest rate, I'd say, was 3.5 max. And what else? Equine, 100% equine. So bedroom say I want only 3 bedrooms. Anything less than that, and you're. Ooh, yeah, this is out west, so it's fine. Not Texas. First Texas, probably 2 bedrooms. And I think I will do bedrooms because if they up a duplex, that duplex might have one. So we'll go with that first. What else? Yeah, fine, whatever. It's whatever. All right, good enough. This should give me a huge. It gives nothing. Why do you give me nothing? What's for? Give me a sell-off. Give me a subject to. Give me a apply. In last nothing. Is it the rate? Is it the rate? Is it the rate? Is it the apps mode? Is nothing okay? So tell me. What are you telling me? Okay, be telling me that nobody's last month. Because I remember correctly, you actually have to lead the gen first, and app mode siphons off. It learns again. And of course, that's going to take. In the meantime, while that does this thing, I said earlier on this live for the folks who joined, looks like everybody's in. Dino's in here. So that takes a while. This is available on you. So just double check wheel on okay, that's still running. Look good. So YouTube at BuyBox, put a search for BuyBox Live on YouTube, or you can go to buyboxlive.com and link to YouTube. I did about this thing called the Share Equity Plan. I went ahead and dropped it in the chat. So if you're into folks who've got a property to, and you're like, hey, I understand you want money up. If I can give you over time, it's gonna lower my entry fee, and I'm thanking you by being part of my joint venture. my shared equity plan. I hit this video here. The link is in the chat, but it'll bring up this link, and you can share this with your seller, and they can go and watch the video. And, okay, I get it. I understand. And I make me money than I would potentially, by walking away now and hand it all with, a small amount of money. Okay, so this, and like I said, I did talk about it earlier in the life. So that was that. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, and then this was the actual. I went through and talked about. So this is all the stuff that's in there. Exit strategy stuff. Are you working? Oh. I'm doing it. I really am. I really, yeah. I want to. You really want to. I really. So, meantime, what else is new? Giving me credit to Spellman. Okay, somebody wants to be my friend. Terrell, oh, being a friend. Back again. All right, in here, two such that they know I'm singing. Then I'm too old. What am I saying? Okay, get off. All right, meantime, let's else we can do this. Las Vegas. No wonder it's up to Vegas. I don't know what's doing to mode. What else is new? We are 7 p.m. I know I started an hour after 5 o'clock. Technically, half an hour late, so it's all good. But maybe we can go if you all have some reason for me to do anything. So Atlas is doing his thing. Upstairs earlier today was also forever for some people. But this thing, let's go back. You know what? While that does its thing, let's go back to something I did save. Go to my board. This just gonna way me to know. What else should I? Let's do Boston. Let's do that. Only that. Show me my buy box. That's just saved. So, see, how long is it gonna take? It is done. Perfect. Texas, Texas. What else?
I was about to lose my mind. It just came back from house. Like if it doesn't.
Oh, it did.
Oh, Vegas still did. Vegas came up for.
Legion.
I did it on Legion.
Yep, I figured. Loss. Vegas.
And that's quick because I already pulled the results.
Yeah, should be quicker now.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Something that's cached to the front memory. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to them also. And then should also wireless mode after it pulls here one for you a little bit better.
Yep. Got you.
All right, sweet.
All right, finally. So we're back. Wireless mode. Las Vegas, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is going to be pretty important. Obviously, in the past, it's been entirely using this tool. This results. I didn't set any of those. It says 0 results, but I'm good. Not actually. Yep, no filters. Everything open. All I said was Las Vegas. If it is just pulling out all the hair out of his head right now. Like, why? All right. So I guess with the ocean way, other way, you know how to do it. But the thing I was going to say when I got myself off is now that we are obviously, showing this stuff, it's on YouTube, and other people are going to be having eyes on this stuff. I'm like, let's It's not just internally testing and whatnot. We are live. People are using the tool. People are viewing this tool, making buying decisions either based on the tool or not. They should buying this tool. So, got to short up a few things. All right. So I'm simply gonna say, I got this stuff. So I'm just gonna filter. I'm gonna sort. Oh, this was Boston, like 300. Boston. And then this one over here was Vegas. This one I'm gonna sort to as well. And the prices here are not too bad. Prices here are not too bad. 1, 200. Maybe Las Vegas. Well, this is so fly. On market not too long. This one's been on the market for quite a while, so I'm not okay. I'm an engineer, everybody. So how do I do this? I mint twice, I cut once. This equity is 60% on over. They're gonna lose a lot of money, so that's not gonna be too good. So these hybrids, I'm not gonna want. See if I can use go to high. Filter. That should drop this down. And yep, Atlas mode is still not working. So, but this was been Brighton, as it's called, local word. Cambridge, Boston, Shawmut Avenue. Ooh, where is this on Shawmut? I'm curious about this one. I'm gonna check this one out. I'm very curious where on Shawmut? Left or is it on the right? Particular location is near Mass Ave. Let's go check it out, ladies and gentlemen. You at Hunzo. 600K, number one. It's just an apartment, by 2-bedroom in South End. I'm in the urban high rental property, a 2-bedroom condo. That's gonna be a challenge. 600K. I'm not even getting into housing, which is what I. This is just one. There's only one side. This is just one. 800 square feet. You're basically paying almost $350 for HOA, and you're paying $750 per square foot in Boston. Are you kidding me? Ugh. All right, but anyway, let's take a look. Let's take a look at where in Shawmut this is. Let's go. Where on Shawmut? I'm curious. Yep, on Mass Ave, and this is Mass Ave. This is on the northern side. That's how it looks like. North side Mass Ave. Yep. Mass, Lower Roxbury, Malcolm X, Broad Street. For those who don't know, spend some time in the Bury. Spend some time going to one of the schools there. You can tell a big smile on my face right now as I'm looking at all my old haunts. Let's do some street. Yeah, this is just gonna be fun for me. Screw it. At the end of the day, let's do street view stuff. We're on Wood Avenue. Let's go to this avenue. Back to what I mean. Back lab, no need. So, guess what I'll do first is Schmidt, House Avenue. Okay, let's go to the old school. Why not? Why not? Why not? Down Dudley. Over here, Dudley Street. Yeah. Bury ML Ford. Malcolm X Park. Washington. Yeah. Street. Top light right there. Washington is okay. So anyway, let's let us out because I could spend all day just hanging out, checking out the old Austin. Good, but that's a pretty expensive condo. Expensive. So this is unfortunately the reason I'm not really buying properties here. And this has notes on it, so I wonder if we can do a solidify on it. Solidify, and what would copy rents estimated almost $4,000. It's sort of cash flows, and it's actually not too bad. My is pretty high. That's because my down payment there. Market fund. But like I said, this is East Coast. East Coast, definitely end of the day, and in Boston, people will not pick up. I can guarantee you that this summer night. They might pick up like, what calling me? Why are you calling? Why call? What? End of the day, why are you calling? Okay, so here's what I just tried to do. I think I just tried to do this. Was it this one? This was Boston. So I'm going to drop out of this mode in Las Vegas is not working right now, so I'm going to drop that too. All right, so I did say Las Vegas. Anyway, it's not 5 p.m. yet for something there, right? Pretty sure. 300 deals. Let's see. Looks like a tank. Probably duplex. And it is fine. A long time. And as you all know, that I do, sometimes the properties on the market for a really, really long time, it might be ready. Investor's Dream, really occupied account now available for all previous Section 8 tenant paid, such cap rate, blah, blah, blah. I love when they talk about cap rate. It makes them sound intelligent. Notice I said it makes them sound intelligent. I think it's like, cool. So you did all this math and you know the cap rate, okay? Section 8 is a number. But why do this? I think it's that much. Because it's Sellify, why is my ITI negative? Or I should say, why am I not getting a lot of money? Why is giving me such a huge down payment? That's my question. Because it's cash. Okay. I forgot about that. So I set my defaults to say that it's cash. I'm going to buy it for cash to the down payment as the huge amount. That's why. It's like, okay, something's not right here. Cool. If I was to buy the property, I basically have, let's say, 6 thing, give them that. I get pretty much nothing at the end, but it is a 2-1. This is only a 2-1. What is AB? What is ABCD? This is a 4-bed. What's this? 2-1. Oh, I think I get it. ACD, single garages per unit. So if you didn't know, now you know, just from watching the video, watching these live, as we underwrite these deals, folks with experience, either writing deals or reviewing deals or making calls or whatever. Today you learned this is what we're looking at. Because I looked at this property, it says it's a 2-1. It's only an apartment D, and it's the A C B D. These guys are very. I'm sure they have a reason for that, but come on, guys. Let's go back to kindergarten over here. Go back to garden. But anyway, no, this is an apartment. For that reason, I am out. I should have seen it in front. It's an apartment. This guy here, Las Vegas, number 2, probably, and there's also a 2-1. These are ones. Why? Okay, and then so I guess that's why these 2-1s would be coming up first. I do 2-1s. In, I said my goal there was find duplexes, so they would show up as 2-1s in here. I'm pretty sure they would. Unit B, unit E, unit this, unit that is what Las Vegas is. Let's go ahead and change the count. Got 300. I would only have 5 pieces of results. I slowed it high. What else? Golden Girls, yes sir. Shake and bake. Golden Girls. And Shake didn't use GPT to really dispo. Really these deals. But if I did spend time learning all this stuff, trying, failing, a lot of people not giving up, not giving in, will not will win. We will win. Via county and the future. Folks like counties. It's not necessarily what they like. Right? What you're used to, what you've done, what works. Okay, what's going on here? Loading. No, it wasn't just loading, but it acted like it was. Act like it was. We made one call. End of the day, I was hoping. I am still hoping. Still looking now. We should get some calls in Dallas. I'm gonna go ahead. This was my buy boxes stuff for Texas, Yuma, Arizona. Some of these I already called and they didn't even respond. So presumably let's follow up, but still. Okay, here's one. Here's one. While you're doing that, see, is this done? Okay, good. Very annoying. Solidify. Fine. Apparently you want me to take a look, so let's take a look at that. See what we can do. See what we can do. Everything is our floor plan. It's so popular, and there are 66 pictures. Then something in here should be the floor plan. It's a very pretty property. Very nice looking location. It's in a golf club. Looks like it's going to be very expensive HOA. Some of the pictures are duplicates. Golf course and everything. 55 plus community, and for that reason, I'm out. And once these guys give me the X, I can put the X, not have it show up. And I will keep asking for it until I get it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how things work around on him. I don't get it. I keep it. And Akim, as listening in, he's always complain about it on my lives and on YouTube, other places, and get things updated. So we keep always get better, keep work. It's going to be Sellify. Do I underwrite it? Yeah, the numbers look good enough. It doesn't really matter. What matters is, will there accept HOA fee? It does have an HOA, which I'm not too happy about. Taxes are $500 a month, almost. Add that to insurance, it's going to be very expensive. So I need to be making a lot of money. My PITI here is, how is this only? Oh, because it's Sellify. So assuming it's Sellify, and assuming I give them half of how much I make, say about 500, I don't have that. But what matters is, accept. I know it's 600K. Not about that. Been on market for a while. Looks pretty good. Man, there's a put a ton of pictures in there. Style 10 could be converted to a 3-bedroom. Just minutes from scenic parks. You know, it's a 2, could it? All right, but if that's the case, then my estimated rent still comes back to about the same. If I potentially do Section 8, I know we keep talking about this thing with Section, but I guess we assume the government just has infinite money, right? Until they do, but more money, and then those people getting that money go into the economy, and guess what? Everything gets more expensive, and all of a sudden inflation goes up. That's how math works, unfortunately. So this is only 3 bedrooms. It is Sellify. All right, enough hammering on how I make the call. Okay, here's the other thing is, yeah, I know we're in a lull right now. Sorry about that, but I'm trying to think, am I going to actually want this property? So if I'm going to buy this property, I'm going to offer them 10K. I'm going to be very small, but just see what happens. And coverage a month, and even that I'm getting 20K total because it's close. Wow, close cost high, man. That's oof. I wonder if this looks on the closing cost 5,000. I wonder. But case, if we could potentially buy this property, still gonna be challenging because is in Las Vegas, and it's relatively small. It does have 3 months though. I might be able to do something with it. Find quick look pictures. Yeah. There we go. At least we have a floor plan. Love it. Let's take a look at the floor plan. Got a pretty big garage, bedroom, dining room. Got 1, 2, 3, and kitchen and dining room. Potentially go to the living room. Where's the den? Is that the living room? No. Oh, it works. Talked myself into making that call. Here we go. You've been waiting, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the call. It's not the end of the day yet. They should pick up. QB Casa made this deemed highly reliable, but not guaranteed.
Hello, reach voicemail for Kim Stubler. Leave me a message and I'll call you as soon as I can. Thank you. Have a day.
Hi, Kim. My name is Clinton. I'm calling from BuyBoxLive.com. I am a buy. I'm looking to put a property, buy this new property here and add it to my portfolio. This one is at 1005 Brook Drive. You know, feel free to give me a call back at your convenience, and we can see what we can do about buying this property. Thank you so much, and have a great day. You have it. You have get the energy up. I told you before this call, it was a little bit of a lull, but get to make a call like that on a potential great deal. If they would only let me buy the property, would you let me buy the property over time, please? If so, then we got a deal. There's another one. This one's a 4-3, a lot larger, same situation. It's not going to do too much on them. It's already 4 bedrooms. Does it? This one, Melissa, like Melissa before we. Okay, cool. Based on what I'm seeing. Hey, what is going on here? What's going on here? Hey, when was this built? 96. 5 days listed. All right. I'm going to call. Others are going to call. I'm going to talk myself out of this one. I know it's only been on for a short period of time. Probably not interested in my call. But we shall see. Quick call. We'll see what happens.
Please leave your message for
Such and such person. Yeah. Oh. Hello, my name is Clinton. I am calling from Buy. I am an engineer looking to purchase 10105 Snowcrest Place in Las Vegas. Looking to add it to my portfolio. I already have some other properties I'm buying in the general area. I don't have anything yet in Las Vegas, but this was. But interested in buying this. So give me a call back at your convenience. Thanks very much.
Hello, my name is Clinton. I'm calling from BuyBox.
You all know I love when that happens.
And buyer looking to.
your message has been deleted. Please record your message.
Love it.
at the tone.
As you all know, I am calling about the property at 10105 Snowcrest Place in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am looking to this property. Yeah, it's Clinton at buyboxlife.com. Feel free to give me a call back at your convenience. Thank you so much.
As you all know, Mike Clinton, I am calling about one.
Your message has been deleted. Please re-record your message at the tone.
Hi, my name is Clinton. buyboxlife.com. I'm an end buyer. I pick up the property at 10105 Snowcrest Place. I'd like to add my portfolio. If you can give me a call at your convenience, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks very much, and have a great day.
Hi, my name is buyboxlive.com. I am an end buyer. I'd love to pick up the property at 10105. Hi, my name is Clinton from BuyBox.
At the tone, continue recording your message.
All right, good enough. So, you have it. This is the awesome thing that you have an opportunity to try again. Try again. My first one, I guess, second one was what happened? What happened is that thing started recording before I expected it to. And so I picked up some extra stuff. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Got distracted because it looks like I need more money. Ugh. Ah. Paid more money. Some automatic payments coming out and just told me you just paid again. Yeah, get it. Oh, get it. There's a song that goes bills, bills every day. Bills, man can't pay. I'm telling you, it can be very annoying. Oh wait, this is gonna problems. See, this is a $54 million property. 22233343 on this one. I left some messages. I'm not even gonna save any of these. I'll set up again. It's fine. I guess I'll is it this one? Be in my dashboard, but I can note that I called the message on that one. This one was 700. And this one was a 2-1 hybrid. SoFi prices there. So if Atlas most for me be more quickly getting through this list, and unfortunately it's not working for me right now. And sometimes technology, it's okay. Doesn't mean we quit. This one's been on market for 13 days, potentially. Sometimes that number is wrong, but it's okay. I'll just go ahead and accept it for now. This one's pretty good size, very good size. Price is up there, pretty high. The price they're looking for, so they're probably looking for a lot in that one. But again, that's a hybrid, so I want to scale the hybrids. 600K. Why? And this one's less than 600K, and it's a 3-2. 700K, 4-2. Hybrid again. I'm getting annoyed enough that a lot of these hybrids are getting in the way. Don't know if this is going to work. It'd be nice if it did. It'd be very nice if it did. Called message. Okay, now we're back to the units I asked for low to high in terms of price. Units. Do 1, 2 ones, does 3-2. Unit. All right, looks like until I get to my 400s, I'm just going to be doing a lot of units. Condo. This is a 4-1. And it's a final market 2 months, according to this. A single property, a picture. Why? First time buyer or investment close to Chinatown Airport and the Strip. Tenants in place, that's why. Yeah, tenants in place, but you didn't say how much they're paying. It's since a long time until why you say investors, right? So see what happens. End of the day, almost.
It's Connie. Message. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up
In
or press
Chinatown,
1
no?
for more options.
Hello, my name is Clinton. I am calling about property at 405 Edgewood Place, Las. I'd like to see if I can add this to my portfolio. My name is Clinton from buyboxlife.com. Give me a call back at your convenience. Thanks very much. Take care.
You are satisfied with your message. Press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase, re-record, message review.
Hello, my name is Clinton. I'm calling.
Good enough. Okay. OMG. Done. It means not too hard, right? If you have to leave a message, leave a message. But get someone on the call, be ready to make your pitch. Hey, that's probably over time. Can I pay you less than $30,000? Because I know that's how much you might want. Also, this one, not yet. Oh, this is an interesting pick. Wahaj is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Wahaj looking like a young man back when he was 5. What is going on, Wahaj? Let's see. Afro. I love that Afro, dude. Let's see what we got. Let's take a look at it. Does need some work. To go to the back, potentially needs some more work. Though in the process of flipping it and flipping it. Looks okay. So there should be a loan. It does nothing, so they might have a hard money loan. It's been on the market for a year. They put it on market a year ago. Is it spectacular to own in the heart of Las Vegas? Opportunity features 2 large living room, formal area, blah blah blah. 4 access points. Converted into income producing property. Ooh, here we go. Hello, how are you doing today?
Good. This is Kim Stuber with Real CYM. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for calling back. Now, I just made a bunch of calls to a bunch of different properties, so can you remind me of which property you're talking about?
Yes, absolutely. 105 Rose Drive,
All right.
Las Vegas.
Okay. Let me see. And Ambrosia. Oops. Ambrosia. It's a screen. My screen. I gotta go find it. Give me a second. Sorry.
No worries.
Confirm me that it is only 43,444 over there.
No, it's 5.
Oh no, I am off, man. What is up? Thought I had this because I was like making up, picking like, yeah, it's not the end of the day yet. What's going on? But apparently it is. Exactly. So, all right, 1 second. I'm gonna have to Let me go to this. I'm going to type in again. Please tell me the address because I'm not finding it.
1005 Ambrosia Drive. You want the zip code?
Yes, please. Zip code.
913.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny. It doesn't. Maybe the reason's not coming up. Let me check. Let me check. Oh yeah. Okay. I did have this. This was the first then easily be converted. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. All right. Thank you. For whatever reason, I thought it was a different thing. But I will say that when there's a floor plan, it makes it so much easier for me to say yes on it.
Okay.
So thank you for that.
There's a floor plan and
yeah. There's a floor plan, and I can be like, I could potentially buy this property, and I can potentially do something with living room because it's a big living room in this case. Kitchen's in the middle, etc. So this is pretty awesome. So thank you for that. So here's my question. Here's my question for you. As a buyer who hasn't hit that $1 million mark yet, I don't have a ton of money. What I like to do is to buy properties over time. Is it possible, you think, on this property for me to buy it, let's say, 3 years or 5 years or 6 years or something like that?
possibly. Are you trying to do one of those like weird around mortgages like that?
When you say, that depends. Is there a mortgage now?
No.
Yeah. So.
But, I mean, I get a lot of.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So it wouldn't be. I wouldn't necessarily the weird wrap around mortgage thing because there is no mortgage in place, but it would be in this case. Try to figure out, hey, can I buy this over time? Generally speaking, some people will call that creative. They'll say, yeah,
Right.
potentially, but I want 20% down and 50% interest, kind of thing. Like, if you don't give me some crazy numbers like that, I could potentially do it.
So I mean, if you, I mean, I can't speak. If you want to send over a proposal or something, I mean, I don't know that it's possible to consider like type of financing, but I guess want to stand down. But like I said, if you have something in mind, then I'd be happy to send it, and if we can do it, great. If we can counter it, great, and go.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me what's your feeling? Because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste.
Right.
If he's, it's work for me. It's as you can see, I've been making a bunch of calls. It's really easy for me to make multiple calls and say, hey, can I buy the over time? You know what I'm doing? If you remember, Wimpy used to say, "I'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today." You remember?
Right.
I'll pay.
Yes.
So yeah, this if I pay them overtime for the property today, then we've got it. That's basically all I'm doing. This has been around forever. But if they're not interested, there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is move on to the next property. And I would ask you and say, well, do you have any other sellers who might be interested? That's what I would do.
Right. So when you're saying, and that's fine. So 5 years of balloon payment, but what are you no money down and make payments over a period of time with a payment? I mean, tell me what you are to do to fix it.
Yeah. So I tell you what I'll do. I'll send you. I created a video to explain what I love to do. This is my thing. Have you heard of Pace?
mortgage? No.
Pays Morby. Pays Morby. He's a guy. He quote invest thing. Or not invent, but he
Oh, okay.
popularized this thing that they use with subject to properties. At some point, my name I think is going to be up there. Yeah, I created a. Let me go and find it, and I will send you a link.
Is it you? Okay, you said your company's Buybox Live. Is it on there? Is it on your website or?
I will send you a link. So what we do on Buybox Live is I have a sort of people now. They're in my Discord. They're watching me make this call. They're learning from what I'm doing, and my goal is if I can help them make some really good sense when they're underwriting a deal to make sure, hey, does this deal even make sense for an investor, right? So I sort of help them figure out, hey, does this make sense? And if so, are there any investors who might buy this? I myself am an investor, so they can be making these calls and they can bring a deal like this and I can buy it. Okay? So that's generally speaking how I try to do the buyboxlive.com. But in terms of this particular property, I will send you a link video that's about how I actually like to buy these properties using shared equity, which means that everybody gets just fine.
Okay, yes, yeah, you know, look and when it buy the dollar,
Okay, awesome. So this might not necessarily them if if they're not interested, it's okay. But if I can work with you and potentially add you to a joint venture team and we potentially make money online, it'd be awesome. So send it to you and
all right, I'll
check it out. If they're interested, great. But this is you. We'll see.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. I will send you some info and we'll there. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for letting me. You too.
All right. Bye. Okay, so build rapport, right? Basically, just first contact. We'll see. As you all know, see, this is my video. This is the one I'm share, and I need to actually go to the place where I can share it. So let me pull that up. Anyone who doesn't, I use OpenPhone, and they have a affiliate link where you can actually earn some money if you sign up using that link. And I guess I earned something. I don't know what. I haven't collected anything yet, but I would say that I used to use some other tools in the past. Past tools were not very me friendly. They were very cool. Go back. You've got this number correct. Deal. 81. Why are you? Oh, there it is. It's on my list. It's at the very top. That's why. It's okay. Cool. All right. So first of all, my go, and I will add notes like I've done in some of the other ones. Inspection view. My home inspection is on the way. I said at the start of this slide that buying a property in potentially buying a property in Missouri right now, the inspector is doing their thing. Love these inspectors. They do their thing. You pay them, up front. Hey, you've got termites over here. You've got other issues. So right then, I really want to buy this, or if I do buy it, what do on it? Okay, so I called about and such. I'm looking right now for the message to send. I had this one. This one's a special. This one's just a special one, so it's going to be a new message. So I'll type it up. Go to maybe. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So here's a trick. Here is a tip. Here's a trick. And what can I tell you? What can I tell you? What's the trick? Want to know? You all want to know. Whenever you're about to send someone it is an idea to do that. It is very, 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 very important to double check the name correctly. Very important. You like that? Like that? That was all right. Well, what I'm gonna do is right now I'm gonna type up my message and I'm gonna show you that I'm typing up. So I'm gonna go to my QuickPad. Let's quit this. That was a box we had. First of all, I have the property address correct as well. Property address, right there. We've got the phone number, all that stuff. Perfect. So, here's my message to you. Got address and over here with stuff. All right. So once again, you can learn this. You can do the same thing. And if you can find me a property, you can come along and be the wholesaler on the deal. And put in the deal, make some money down the line. Save some money up front. So let's do this. So first of all, this is the property I called about. And you called back. So thank you for that and helping me find the property. So for waiting a little bit there. Hope we make a lot of them together over time. Okay, I'd like to add to my portfolio. This one is in San Antonio, but I have one in San Antonio. This is not one. Okay, so don't need you to give me a call because you did. Now I'm followed. It's just more than all for you until they'd be interested. To see if he, because she told me be interested in accepting more than twice, or nearly all the long-term rental income for a few years until I can buy it outright. The reason why I don't do this refund stuff, I don't deal with lenders, I'd rather pay the homeowner. So, unless they already have a loan, then like, okay, cool. I'll take it over and hopefully in the near future, we should to a point where you're making money where you have to go borrowing from lenders. Paying lenders a ton of money. Okay. Serious buyer, need to say that, but because I'm into my portfolio. But I am a serious buyer, I really am. I'm a serious buyer, that's my contact info. Oh, and here's the video. Okay. Ideally, can I keep my entry costs as possible and share in the one windfall having Anybody? It's really a fall, right? Winning. Why does it have? Okay, perfect. So feel free. You can we use the same thing, right? This is I'd like to add it to my portfolio. Use this, okay? Read it out loud. Like it's, believe it or not. And this is, you go to writing, spell the person's name correctly, chat stuff, and read it out loud so that your outside ears, you know, I mean, something doesn't sound right, not just right, sound right to the person reading it. Okay, I called it out, add it to my portfolio. Please see if he'd be interested in accepting more than asking, or nearly all long-term rental income for a few years. Okay. Dash uncheck and buy it right. Here's my email address. I do have a bunch of domain names, you all know, a bunch of different. It's $5, $5 one, and ideally, I can keep my entry as low as possible and share in windfall at exit. I'll just say at exit. See, sounded a little bit better when I put it out. Discussion of that. Here's I described and on my in YouTube. So feel free, Kim, let's become friends. Check this out. Let's do this. So let's go to page. I'm gonna keep that there. Well, I'm just adding to this list. Okay, so there you go. Glad this in. I'd be interested. Whoa, what just pasted the whole? I didn't need the whole thing. Okay. Somebody in chat. Again, this is creative. Tell me what this is from. I'm telling you, we're having fun tonight. Make some calls. Man, I'm so sad that it's the end of the day. Got this information in the system, and team will give you a call. Perfect. Thanks, and you too. Thank you. All right. So this is done. My message is on way. Thank you again. All right. In the meantime, let's find out. There you go. And got it. 550, baby. When I was a kid, I was like, wow, 50. I like that name. Then later on, as a young black in the inner city, I came to realize what really meant. You're walking, and 50 pulls you over, well, comes up and be like, I don't like that hoodie you're wearing. Spread them. So now you know. Now you know what 50 means. Hawaii 50. Big cops, basically what that is. Hawaii cops. Bad as they say. Can you be that video? Found it, yeah. Thank you. And simply wait till I sent it, right? Oh man, so sad. change this. You can go there, or you can go to video dot. Yeah, let's make it nice and big. Because guess what? Is tippity tip, another. Ready for another, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, a little trick for you. Writing a domain name, address. Didn't you want to do video? You're writing a domain name, email address. By all means, you can put whole thing, and if you want, put a sentence or this is called. Anyway, shared plan.com. Web browser is smart enough to know that, oh yeah, it's not going to be a capital S or capital E or capital P or even a capital E. No, it's not going to be any of those. So it automatically makes it lowercase. So there you have another tip from me, yours truly. The goal there is to make it very, very readable to your reader, and they can be like, oh, shared equity plan. That was a shared equity plan. Shared I can't say that 3 times fast. Or 1 time. I can't say it 1 time fast, 3 times fast. But anyway, you have it. I'll put it in there because that's what mess things up. But you can capital P, S-E-P, ladies and gentlemen. And then everything okay. So it makes it really easy to read. Yeah. Jerry's in the house just now because was making phone calls, calls. All right, so it's a really nice property. I really appreciate the whole plan, and yeah, Kim did this. So I'm going to make a note, and I don't know why this wasn't in my list. So I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to sort it and that I get it, and it's going to actually be saved already. Watch. It's going to drum roll. And no, it's not saved. Huh. Okay. All right. All right, Kim. Thank you so much. Sent you the video. Let's work together. Right. If not on this deal, it's a sell-off deal, so this one might not work perfectly for us. Hybrids don't work too well either because they want so much money down, and nobody's giving them a lot of money. That includes me. I'm not going to be giving people a ton of money in front. But I can buy part time. They can get paid. And you can get paid, and I paid. Yeah, and that means you call me back, Kim. I guess I'm talking to you now, but guess what? If you call me back, we can talk through what usually happens. What happens is, and I'll tell the people here who are listening in as well. You get paid up front, and you get a certain amount of money, and you're like, yeah, and you walk away, and then it turns out that if you had taken equity instead, then you've gotten a whole lot more money at exit. Just a tip, not advice or anything. Feel free to do your math and research. My experience, how it works. That's why it's so awesome when someone's like, "Oh, I want my money up front." Ooh, okay, yeah, it means I have to pay more, but at least whatever money I had to give you at exit, I get to that, and usually multiple. So this is the idea. Not what I want to do, but yeah, the point is, if I actually, it's really sharing. Sharing. I'm gonna create another. I don't have it yet, but it's already been really busy. I had a bunch of stuff going on. And okay, so I guess it's 2 hours. It is now 6 p.m. Now, is it really 6 p.m.? Yes, it's now in Las Vegas, Nevada. But yeah, I'm gonna have another side ad somewhere. They might have it to it, but talk about what usually happens. I think, yeah, I'll add it to this slide. I'll add it to my deck. I'll have to add some more stuff to it. I'll add it to that. I'll talk about what usually happens. Because I looked at that, I was like, "Whoa, no wonder, no wonder." This what happens when you do your own math. You figure out. Great deal. Take money up front. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. Yep, Jerry pretty much knew. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. Del in the house. Man, what's up? What up? Looking at some deals here, talking about some things. You might have seen the videos already. I was making calls. Shit, equity thing. I went through that stuff already. What else? Anybody want to come up? You got any questions? End of it at this point. Happy to run through any questions or properties that you have before calling it quits for today. Everybody had a bunch of stuff going on. What's going on this app? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. This was something in Atlanta. Something in Atlanta. Okay, but this is Google Apps, so that's not going to do what I wanted to do anyway. So good. Let's go to Zillow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to move these, and I'm basically going to co-opt this thing. The other thing I do wanted to make minimum $8 billion. Got nothing on my list. This is that amount of money. Max, no max. So waited. Did it just ignore 18? And how about that? There we go. All right. Got one result. Interesting. No play. So I'm still gonna cut this and side box. Been busy today. Yep, there you have it. Those prices are insane. These prices. Okay. So this is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to draw a nice map. Where's my new box? Where's my box? I used to have North Carolina in here. The last one I actually have to, in fact, I guess I can pull it up. I'm going to do this over here. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to show you what my box is. My box. My buy box. There you go. This was my buy box all the way up here to Baltimore, Maryland, North Carolina, North Miami, pretty much, and all the way up to Atlanta, and as far west as San Antonio. That was my buy box, but I really like the idea of getting here on the end of the day, and so at the end of the day, it doesn't rely on the coast. So I might still do that on the weekends. If so, then I might go ahead. I might do it earlier in the day, but that's not going to be because I never have time. And then almost never. So for now, I'm going to create a new buy box and potentially multiple. So let's see, draw a shape. I'm trying. Oh, it made it draw it. Perfect. Oh, but I'm going to middle paint handle. And Louisiana, I really like. Cancel. Try again. Try again. One. got the middle of Florida going north, and don't really want the southern part of Louisiana, but I do want all this little area here. Maybe parts of New Mexico, maybe parts of Arizona, definitely Nevada. So we'll do that. Let's see how this is going to work. Dallas, keep that. Arkansas, skip it. Miss on any here, but we'll just go straight across. And Georgia, include Atlanta. All right, no. Something like that. Something like that. So I find something in the other works too. In that box. Focused. I'm going to tell this Ansley one, St. Louis. Actually, I thought, and go, it's, I don't want property all over, but I buy the property in St. Louis, then yeah, I'm gonna buy some more properties, and if Kim had buy in Vegas, then yeah, I will more properties. San Antonio, definitely. Dallas, maybe. Austin, almost yes. Shreveport, and like the north, almost definitely. There you go. So Washington. Can't exclude Boston now. We can exclude. I get viewers in and say even California. I get some viewers in my own meeting that we like. I'm not gonna worry about it. So you got it, and you're watching my YouTube videos about it, and then on this main part of New Hampshire and Vermont, Nova Scotia, all to me. My man, and you $5. I might even include you in my buy box, but for right now, all right. So choose rename. Now that's my new box. You're gonna in the future gonna put it some all. So that's easy to find. Here you go. Now to the audience. What I mean, what's up? What is Josh and Jerry and Lee in Australia? You had to go to on the contract, right? You were making some and whatnot, if I recall correctly. Jerry always makes. Curious how you want to come up on some stage and tell me how you're doing. Need help? Talk to anyone? Any goals on the contract? What is it? Whoops. On this message here. in the area, southern part of the U.S. Cut. So while let's see one piece. All right, what else is new? What else is new, ladies and gentlemen? When is it okay to be below 13 cash? Good question. Good question. When your buyer is okay with it, yeah. Good answer, actually. When your buyer is okay with it. Now the question is, which buyer? I am a solo freelancer, personally, as well. Without one to do some underwriting. Here's a deal. It's been on the market. It's in Atlanta. Market 20 days. It's something like that. Pretty sure that someone, I have it open already because someone suggested that I make a call. So someone in the audience. When? Why? When? Cash and cash. Generally speaking, an investor like me, a buyer like me, what's really, really most important is for me to get that down payment down to 0. It's almost impossible to get it to 0 because an agent like, I want money up front. Okay, cool, fine. But if you could take equity instead, that'd be up. But sometimes you do have to pay them a certain amount of money. So let's say this one is 600. So, all right, but here's the deal. For me personally, my down payment is, let's say, $5,000. $5,000, okay? And I'm doing, I think this one is subject to, right? Subject to. At the end of the day, I have 17, and my entry fee is kind of high, I guess, just because this didn't let me do all the thing I needed to. So I'm over here and do it on this one. Okay, down. Rent coming in is, we'll make this as well. What if my rent was 2,000? Right? What if my balance was, make it 100,000? Okay, and interest rate, etc. I'm gonna find a way to make this a 13% cash on cash, right? Well, now it's 60 something. Okay, we'll make it even 12, even 10%. How about that? You follow? How make this 10%? Well, if my entry fee is 17K, right? According to, I need to make sure that I'm only getting, I'm trying to get this at 10%. The entry fee is this. That means I'm getting only, what, 700? Right? And 7, yeah, 1,700. So this needs to be 1,700. How do I do that? One way to do it is we'll push this up. Now it is 10,000. We need to be 17, which is just under 8. So we'll make this 14. All right, let's go back and what did I miss? Cash is still 10. All right, let's do it the opposite way. My cash on cash is 10. I need this to be 100. We can do that. Tell me. There we go. Perfect. We're getting close. All right. So okay, but then I forgot there's some card involved. Make that 0. There we go. Perfect. My close is 0. My down payment is 100K. Only getting I'm only getting 10,000. Okay. My cash on cash is really, really low. Me as an investor, this doesn't look a good deal to me for multiple reasons. It's not just because the cash is low. That's not necessarily the big problem. Okay. Necessarily the big problem. So if we were to do this a different way, and I'm getting 10K here, okay. So let's go and change it so that instead of that, I'm going to multiply that by 10, and I'm going to do this by 10. Okay. So now I'm getting a huge amount because this is a huge amount. Okay. Well, it's not exactly what I wanted. My entry fee is. So we'll go up and delete this as well. It's huge. Wait, am I getting much? Okay, payment. 10K. I'm getting 10K. My down payment was 10K. My entry fee was 10K. 10K back. So how is this 100%? That's fine. Okay, 100%. Is this? All right. So now negative. Come off, work with me here. Annual payment. We make it 1,000. Is that why? 3%. I literally just had this at 2,000. And that was a huge amount. Okay. So I wonder if it's because of these extra fees that I'm paying. %. Let's do some math. Let's do some real math, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a down payment of 10,000. My total entry is 10,000. And I'm trying to get my cash on cash to be 10%. So I need this to be my income to be 1,000. So how am I getting? Oh, that's why. That's why my rent. I'm going based on annual, but this is exactly on a 12-month basis. That's why. Idiot. It's okay. It's okay. I got it. So yeah, I need this to be right. I got 10K. Let's divide that by, let's say, 12 months. Let's see, now it was. I've got normal rent is this much. I'm getting 5,000 cash flow. And I dropped this down to 1,000 just to double check. And now I'm getting a very small amount. But I make this 12, divide 1,200 by 1,200. 1,200, blah, blah, blah. All right, we're getting close. We're getting 14%. In any case, the goal is I'm trying to reproduce basically what you said. I'm trying to get this number really close to down there, right? A down there. This needs to be like, I'm trying to get this like some kind of exact. And apparently 1,000 is too much, and 1,100 is, or 1,000 is too little, and 1,100 is too much. So, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Anyway. Here's an example of my cash flow, my cash on cash being really, really low thanks to that cash flow. All right. Annual cash flow is less than $1,000. Annual cash flow is less than $1,000. And let's see if I can make this a little bit cleaner. So I put that back to 1,100. Then I'm going to say, okay, but what if I gave 20, oops. Okay, 29. That gets me back to 10%. So I guess that's what it. What? Yeah, 29 point something. Okay. So anyway, and then I'm giving some to the seller, but my goal was this back down to somewhere close to 10%. Not gonna edit this video. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna edit the video. Y'all can laugh in my video. But the first part of it was some. So there's a lot of content that you can pick up. In any case, we're back to our 10K. Now, here's an example where my cash and cash is less than 20%, as they say. It's red. It's like, no, it's under 30%. It really needs to be. Now it needs to be what? Who cares? My point is, I'm buying this potentially buying this property for a 10K entry. Okay, 10,000. There you go. I pay $10,000 and I get a property. What's subject to or sellify or something. So for me personally, down payment is the thing. The down payment is $100,000 cash. I'm like, no, I don't have anything that comes after that. If you're waiting for no, I don't have anything else after the answer is no. I'm not giving somebody $100,000 on one property. Something goes wrong, a tornado comes to the entire city and chooses that one property to destroy. I just threw $100,000 down the drain. I only paid $10,000, then I could have gotten 10 properties. Now the tornado has to hit all 10 properties. See how that works? So no, I'd rather split my $100,000 out 10 ways than to put all of that property. Me personally, and I would guess a lot of other buyers are similar to that. That was my point. I don't know if I needed to do all of that, but I wanted to make it visual. So there you go, nice and visual. If this is down payment is 100,000, I'm out. If it's 10,000, I'm probably in. There you go. Hopefully that answers the question. And Flores comes in, bombards this one. Hey, everybody, look at it. And then, come on, man, Flores, what you doing? Okay, buy boxes so I can look for deals that I will answer that for Josh, how's Atlas mode? If no, it's fine. I just wonder. Yeah, I guess you already sent me, so I'll do that if you want me. This is, yeah, I am presumably working on it, so you probably don't have it under contract. And being that I'm live, on YouTube, I'm not going to share it with anyone, but I can take a look offline. During this time, I'll take a look. And do you know anything about 15% triple unleveraged return? A buyer told me he is looking for 15% triple unleveraged return. Nice. If it makes it easier, send me property. Not really sure. You said you sent me, or I can send you. Right, back to you. But one is curious. I don't know the answer to that, Jerry, but thank you for asking. That's what this is about, man. Come in here and ask questions. Somebody asks you something silly or something you don't find, ask. Which you only have one DM. People are always DMing Clint Mike, and I don't know how else I tell you. That is my mic. It's Meglix, man. That is my mic. People are always trying to talk to my mic. Tell me to my speaker. There's only one. Clinton. By my yeah, very so okay. So we'll see what we can do there. Answer that question, but for now here, and I will use my trusty illusion, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna this. Am I going to use that? There you have it. This is me using. I'm going to use AI to at least smarten me up. What is that? And then, not any advice or legal advice or any of that kind of stuff. Not any kind of advice. I'm just going to tell you what it sounds like it's telling. Usually, 50. That's really, for example, in one, which is using debt. Here, I want this guy. Credit, no. Okay. The not the borrow. one of three contacts for investment. These four excellent in the month capital. And yeah, to send them the video that I shared. I want to send them the shit because guess what? Basically, I think where everybody in, I need to get at least 20 cash so I could potentially find a buyer who potentially be interested. Guess what? We've been to get a buyer, and they've been yeah. Yeah, contract. They accept the assignment. And I'm sorry, just experience, right? Okay, and the back your 100% return after years. That 10 is mine, 3x, 4x, whatever. You kidding me? Oh, you kidding me? Literally, that's what I'm talking over here with my shit eggplant. So I did the same thing. Here's shit quickly, but general along you see I know unless when pay own property, you would have to play you way to keep them just speaking, but a little like this last one. I'm looking at this up, paying like everybody's getting paid. They were in years. It's like you want to you can work with that. Okay. Speaking 95%, 99% nice. Reduce my everybody. Then at the end of the day, they have a lot more out. The seller gets instead of they get because right they did have something. Like they can get some money over with us. Same thing. Agent, all of you get more money than you got up. Yes. Did you find your cash? What are you going to do in a bank account? Thanks to inflation. Put it here, but I'm telling you, the stock hopefully made decisions able to keep and make more, maybe over 7 years or 8 years, something. Plus, it's more clear. Look, I'm 10K, right? Started it off, put in 10. The property goes down as we're buying it. Property got the mortgage goes down as we're buying it. Go to wow, you kidding? You get a lot now. So goal, and that's where he's full. Yeah. 12 double. Yeah. Correct. For the got to getting their money. They would have got 3K up front, but it did and came along. The show. So that's what's like. And then came with got back 40K. That we talking. So, oh, knock yourself out. To be said, they buy hundreds of business real estate makes money. How did my money out of bank and start investing? It's not much. Up to a certain number. But to your invest, I wouldn't necessarily, again, financial advice personally, but if it was me, I wouldn't necessarily all of it out. But I will tell you, literally, this is what got me going this week, which is money saved. Something goes wrong, whatever, right? Yeah, making some money over time, and literally, I was doing this math, I was doing these videos, and I got to the wait a second, I just took that money into real estate, and I could triple it or quadruple some little. And hey, obviously it's like 20 at least. Uh, um, hey, also a lot of cash that because this is why they look. No, that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna. It's okay. I just is go ahead buy some, probably bought some, but now so that's what I'm doing. We'll see how successful that is. To lower cash. Good question. Lower entry coincides with ability to lower cash. So your goal is to increase cash, right? But it means if your entry fee cash, because people make in is that work about it. You go to buy a like in this case, people get paid fund. Okay, $1,000 and an amount $1,000. Okay, so people will be in the account. You so what the for example, hey, hey, what all of it very cool makes sense. Would property and it's these might want to look. Yeah. But this might I'll just on literally top. So if it reduces it reduces the risk, right? You're sharing the risk with the owner is on the whole line the deal things your risk. And you know, I didn't lose right. And then the other people team we and share the reward. Everybody means that, if I'm paying these folks up, means would have gotten down the line, right? All those we got paid over there, nothing it me instead of this and those which might give up would be in this so now night what number and how the make so yeah in fact I wouldn't supply people felt about this shit doc using how to give people yeah I get you know I from lens right people that I should step interest I understand the billionaire doing I'm just anyway no probably not guess what we enough times as anyway but you have been a little yeah that's just like those people when back when came along and all these folks hanging around discords like this talking about it and people are like that's you're gonna buy like you know those stupid little coins and each of them is like 0.0001%. That makes no sense. You bought that and all of a sudden all those people became billionaires. That's the goal. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So I did a few messages from someone. I'm going to back and check. Okay. And hardly then percent percent. I'm a math and you know I should come up with this. I'm sure I haven't codified it in online shared plan.com and what. So we need to look at property to be 150 and percent, which you know, okay, almost okay. That so the so what I would say with all the other related to it. But yeah, I'll even talk through what I'm doing. Again, I'm not going to share it on live. Are you kidding me? I'm not sure, but I will talk through what I'm looking at. And 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, it's in Texas. Property size is good. I love the brick front. Love the front. Does it have an HOA? If so, how much? Does have an HOA. And right, does it have a loan? No. All right. So here's what I would say, sir. You can go back and tell them that owner financing available. Yeah. If they want owner financing, perfect. Go. We should find some more that say owner financing available. Financing available. Here's my suggestion to you, sir. You tell Clinton at buyboxlive.com. You can find this video on YouTube. You hear this particular section where you can say, yeah, he said it. For this property, Jason, we've talked about this, but I appreciate it. So this property, Jason, I will tell you the problem that I have with other buyers have with it is today, you're giving one property, no matter how the deal is, you're asking somebody to give $45,000. Potentially, they're calling somebody else. By the way, you can go and get a money loan for $45,000. That to me is cash, and get a deal. Okay, now a lender involved. Me personally, lenders stole from my children, and they're powerful. I couldn't do anything about it, and I'm trying very hard not to do anything about it when I become billionaire, trillionaire, whatever that. Because if you, then all of a sudden I become villain. They're the ones who stole the money from my kids, but I become a trillion, destroy the bank, and all of a sudden I'm the villain. Anyway, so trying really not to. Okay, at least for right now, I am at least not going to be putting money into new lenders. I'm not begging them to give them money. If somebody already has a loan, and I'll take a loan and hopefully pay them off eventually enough that I can quickly resell it, or sell the property or do something and quickly pay off the loan. They're not getting as much as they would have got over time. Okay, that's my goal right now. So with that, I will tell you, Jason, that the property that you have, not just me, but other people find it very hard to put their own down at 45 this property, no matter how good the deal looks. That's the challenge. So I'll tell you on this one, if we can get this to, I will say 5,000. If they can give me this property for 5,000 instead of 700, I'm willing to give them $1,000. Maybe not enough for them, so I will potentially look at 1,100, something like that. And instead of 5,000, I might potentially I'll have to look at the numbers and see if it makes sense at 10,000 or something. But 45 is no for me. 30 is no. I used to say, and now I'm like no, because I'm looking at these other deals. I have this deal where total entry, all the costs involved, right, is under 20,000. So it's an awesome deal. It's cash. Why not go and spend 45 on this property or any other property? I'm not going to put 45K on any. Screw that. Yeah, I'm good for it, but no, I'm not. Do talk about it. No. But yeah, if they need this property for, like I said before, is the down payment. We can get that payment down to $5,000. Parts they get paid time. They're getting that money. Getting truly on to buy the entire property, right? So they're gonna get higher. Can't give the to the front. That's crazy talk. Okay, there you have it, Jason. Let's do it. And in fact, do you another one. Let's get that property, and you bring it, and you could be the wholesaler on it, and you too can be. So instead of me giving you a wholesale fee for this, you join up with us, and all of a sudden you two. Okay, now what I can do with you, but anyone, right? In this scenario, some people do need money up front. They do need some money up front. So that's fine. I can split it out. I can give you, let's say, I don't know, we'll talk about it. But say $1,000, $2,000, whatever the number is, and the rest would put that towards equity. And you can get some up front and equity. So is it a deal? This is Buy Box Live, everybody. I am talking about what I would buy, both me and my team. We are good. We have the money. We can buy. We want to buy a property. The money we have buy a single property, 2 properties, or something crazy. That's talking crazy talk. Sounds good. Good. All right. Other questions. Are we sharing equity on cash deals or seller finance deals? It really on seller finance really works on subject. But someone has a mortgage, like this property I'm looking at right now, they have a mortgage place. They have 2 properties, and this one I can come along and take. And they're getting paid. The real's getting paid. All of that stuff. It works for those. For cash deals, you end up with that first problem. Some people, and I saw Rowdy was in here. Rowdy's another one who's like, dude, you can make a ton of money. You don't get a lend. No, Rowdy, I like you, but no lenders for me. So yeah, if you got a cash deal, these cash deals, let's take a look. How does that work? It's property. Let's say it's $100K. You need to pay. It needs to be fixed and then flipped to maybe $400K. Right? ARV is $400K. He needs $50,000 of work, or even $100,000 of work. You could make $200,000. Yeah, maybe. But in order to do that, you still need to spend $100,000 up front. Remember, that's the thing. I don't care. I'm not interested in spending $1,000 on any single property, and I'm also not interested in your lender. So for those 2 reasons, I'm. So with that, I'm bringing it to my team and be like, hey, by the way, this is a really great deal. Look at the RV. Why don't we go ahead and buy it? Right? No, I'm not. No, I don't want to do it. Leave it for someone else. There are other investors out there. And again, I will say, some of them will go and be like, yeah, I want the deal. You go through the process and they won't buy it. Me, I have a very simple, straightforward buy box. An actual buy box, and I tell you what it is. I talk to it. I show you on screen, and we can do this together. We can buy some properties. If we can't do it, it's okay. I'll move on to the next property. It's taking me some time to into my portfolio, making a bunch of calls. Yeah, that's okay. Now, properties about once a month. Yeah, it's not accelerating to twice, 3 times before yet. Fine. Okay. We'll do. Okay. There you have it. Okay, so what did I just miss? Find a seller file and be part of the equity. 100%. Yeah, 100%. So I'll say this again, Josh. We literally just did this last month. One person came to us and be like, "Hey, I have this property. It looks good. I did the underwriting. Looks good. We did the underwriting." And was like, "Yeah, you're correct. It looks good." And they got equity, and everybody else, well, not everybody else. One other person also got equity. 2 people got equity in the deal, and everybody else put in cash. So they own property, whereas before they didn't. So, when they're making calls, they can now be, "I'd like to buy report." They didn't have cash yet. Do you monthly return? You as a joint partner get everything everybody else gets. Equity, you are an equity member. If we get monthly, you get money monthly. If we generally speaking though, for this deal in general, we want to keep money on the side in case of emergency or whatever. That money for the first year we've decided is going to go into a bank account and just sit there and wait. But if we end up with too much money there, let's say 6 months from now, and we weren't anticipating having that much, then we'll split it out, and then everybody put it into the equity, which happens to be, by the way. Yeah, the buy box, I'll put it up again. Buy box, pretty much the southern, they used to call it the Rust Belt. They used to call it the Rust Belt. Let's see. Buy box. It's going to be this one. I'll rename this. So if you know there you have, yes, so we Jeopardy. This is the love that show. I used to love that show and really love Wheel of Fortune. It will. Oh. Brings back the memory, I tell you. We used to watch that show together, and it was so. This is, I think, Greg, my English skills. We would watch a show, and it would be like, the puzzle have like, let's say, 3 of 20 characters. One character is revealed, and both of us would be like, but whatever the final answer is, we'd blow it up on seeing that one letter. We had a clue, and we saw that letter. It was middle, beginning, and didn't matter. As long as I saw that first, and sometimes we got the letter, like, oh yeah, that's simple. Blah blah. It was so much fun. A Kingbird. Something really interesting and funny. And we'd laugh as the people are struggling. I was like, obviously, they're only, they use every single letter, and the only letter nobody has used is like let's say T or something. Use every single letter in the book, including use some of the letters that were always said, oh, obviously it's not, they're two T's somewhere, and we just be laughing all of a sudden. Oh, something crazy like, oh boy, fun times. So then my buy box, pretty much they used to call, generally speaking, I guess some of the carolinas were included in the belt. No, middle of Florida, north, southern Georgia. I'm not in Atlanta right now, so southern Georgia. I should probably include that. Maybe push that up a little bit. This line is give or take 200 miles north south, pretty much. Las Vegas. Most of the middle of Texas, maybe New Mexico, maybe out, but that's pretty good. Under 500,000, generally, because those numbers tend to work better. But you can find that in like lane, as they used to say. Where I from? I am. If you see this box here, it's not on the map. Pull it up. Which is Zillow. I don't know what I was doing over here, but it's all good. I was focused on Atlanta for whatever reason. Where am I from? Take a guess. I've been with this world, by the way. With this world, all the reasons I won't get into detail. I've been around the night yet. This world. I was born these tiny little islands over here, north of Sudan, and Puerto Rico. One of these tiny little islands over there came from. I've been many little islands and many other places. And of I've been to Virginia, spent a tough time in Massachusetts, some people call it, and Tidewater area. People call it all kinds of places, man. I've been all over this boat. Been around the world on the other side, the opposite side of the world. Lived there. Plenty of places. So sometimes boss asks, well, is out of who speaking with. That's it goes. Depending on who, I'll also have a accent. You know, talking about war. You'll to give a bottle of water. So different places. Monthly as opposed to rent. 10% down monthly. Doesn't really matter too much. Typically, we want 5 years. Typically, we want 8, 11. But this 10% down thing, dude, if you can make it, 5K down, 5 to 10K down, then I'm very interested. If it's more than that, then it's more challenging. And then what I could do is I could help you underwrite it. I can help you make it into some kind of that some other buyer might potentially want to buy, but I have no control over those buyers. I can't guarantee that they will buy it. But I can tell you a deal where it's 5K down, right? Now, why would I want that? Why could that I could potentially buy a deal that's 5K down? Almost anybody would, I would think. But even if you don't have, let's say found one awesome deal for 50,000. This is the example. We found one awesome deal. The cash on this 50,000 K property is 100%. Right? It's 200%. You get me a deal at 50,000. Right? I only have to put down 50,000, and at the end of the year we get back 100,000. Let's say in rent. I still don't want it. I don't care. That's not my buy box. Okay? If you found 10 deals that have a 5,000 fee, then it's almost a yes, all of them. I'd be like, oh, cool, 10 properties. I know I'm still spending the same 1,000, but diversification, baby, it's the name of the game. If one of those tenants gives me a problem, I have 9 more. If one of those sellers gives me a problem, go into bankruptcy, I have 9 more. Or if both of those, I have 8 more, right? But if I put 50,000 down on one property, even if at the end of the year I get back 100,000, there's no guarantee that something won't happen, and all of a sudden that 50,000 goes to zero. That's why. So yeah, so for me personally, like I said, if you can get me between 5 and 10K, less than 10K, awesome. Less than 10K would be okay, good. I'll consider it very, very close. If it's less than 10K, it's almost a yes. Same thing for Sellify. And how are you going to find it? It's out there. How much you're asking? That's a good question. I can work with that. I can work with the number over asking. So if you have that question, you go to these guys and like, hey, I have a serious buyer. He's got a portfolio. He's wants to add to the portfolio, he needs 5,000 down or less. You know, he can pay all of the money, almost all of the money that he's getting, you know, for long-term rental, and maybe 2,000. Right? I mean, I used to at some point have this all written down perfectly, but I'm just thinking on top of my, and I don't remember where I have it. Let me go and look, maybe. If I do, I might have to see. I think I have a list. You know, buy box. Buy box. Okay. East State, Louisiana. That was an example. Buy box. Probably Louisiana. Yeah, this was used for. So I didn't do it. I let's see if I have it, because I notice I'm you know, saying things might not be helpful. My cell actually. Okay, I'll have to work on that and get to you the line. This is knowing it, but better to have or closely to make it. This location. Nice. Josh wants. All right, so note made, and I will get back to you. Away from the rent income, we need the monthly payment. How far away from the rent income? I mean, basically, what we're asking here is pretty much the same thing about the cash on cash. You're saying what is my cash flow amount? And some people will say, oh, yeah, cash flow at least, you know, $100 I'm good. If it cash flows $300 is better, right? Those types of things. I don't know that specific answer right now, because we actually to deal with low cash flow streams. Okay, so if that probably, let's say, is, and you saw like previous, if I have a plan, then so asking questions. So if you don't have your own questions, feel free to join me. Can give you a link. Hit me up by and get you into Discord, and you can be asking these questions. I can be answering them directly for you. Well, okay. So to get this question here. Yeah, the down payment's the biggest challenge for me. So now to the other stuff. Yeah, so we'll work through the other stuff. And speaking of how we potentially do it is use, like, if it's got tools that are potentially able to be used for like whole living kind of situation, something like that, then we might show for increasing the money we make. And yes, you know, that will come with expense, but for my down payment was so my down payment is 5,000. That doesn't mean my total interest 5,000. It means that 5,000, but I'm also giving them waiting for the rent that's coming in for long term, then I'll potentially have to add rooms, split or put better a new furniture, whatever I have to do to the property. So I might still have to put another 10K in. Okay, that's where the problem comes in. If I do a down payment, the payment of 10% will fine on a $50,000 property, $500,000 property. That's 50,000, and then I start to pay all that extra, get the property clean, ready to, split for had kind of situation. Yeah, all of a sudden now the entry fee go a whole lot more than 50K. So the down payment itself, needs to be as low as possible so that the total entry cost is low or low. Again, to me, it's simple math. It is very, 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 very simple. Okay. The example I just gave, down payment 10,000. So my total entry fee is 10,000. Cool. But guess what? If I had rehab costs and actually count the, turning a bedroom into a 5-bedroom, right? That might cost me something. Yeah, we'll say 15,000. Okay, so that might cost me 15,000 to do that. Still not making much money. Well, guess what? My cash and cash is low. Why? Because my entry costs went down. My down payment is still the same, but as I had rehab costs, right? I might have had to rehab the property, might have had to add rooms to it or whatever to try to get better performance out of the rent. So that goes up. Number still goes up. That's why. So my goal would be if I put in 15, then hopefully I'm able to get in rent, right? Instead of this, I might potentially get. Well, I added 2 rooms, right? 2 expenses. People seem to forget the idea that there are expenses involved. But we'll say after expenses, I might even make that 19, right? Okay. Is this better? Yeah, that's a whole lot better. Okay. So now I still pay the 10, and my entry fee does go up, but at least my cash and cash is higher. Like you said, I have to give you some money up front. Maybe I give you 2,000. Okay, that's not too bad. But if you come into me and like, I have a perfect deal. It's awesome. Just give me 10,000. Literally, somebody came to me with this. I spoke with them today, in fact, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I got this deal. It's a really good deal. Give me 20,000." I didn't even know how to respond. Like, you want me to buy this deal, and I told you what my buy box is, and you're saying not only are you going to force me to pay more than 10,000 for the property, you just want 20,000 from me for the an assignment. And I think the thought process there was, oh yeah, I found a deal where the down payment was actually 0. Okay, cool. So the down payment is 0, but you still want me to pay 20,000. You're not helping. You're not helping me. Maybe you think you are, but you're not. I can tell you, it makes a whole lot more sense if you work with me and both of us buy this property together and exit. You get a whole lot more than you would have gotten up front. That would be awesome. Can't guarantee it. Like, it's not 100%, but I didn't have to, just, oh, you found me a deal, I gave you 20,000. If I made a deal, I give you another 20,000. What's the end game here? I'm basically transferring whatever money that's in the bank accounts of the companies that I manage into your bank account. Right? That's basically what I'm doing. Hoping that over time these rents transfer. So yeah, you're not doing me a favor there. Thank you for the offer. But what I will do is, if it looks like a great deal and you still want to get paid upfront, a whole lot of money that they don't want to pay upfront, then I will potentially help you dispose the deal. If you find another buyer who it looks like a great deal, and they say that's in their buy bond, and they say they're willing to pay all that stuff to a wholesaler, fine. I will see if I can find you a deal like that, but I'm not the buyer. Just being honest. So let me know if you're all some other honest buyers out there that you interact with that can help you get some property sold, or, get yourself a property. Get yourself a property or two. All right. Yeah, so today is the day Wednesday. What I'm doing right now, I mentioned earlier on the live, is I have a property that's currently getting into St. Louis. It's a good-looking deal. I have inspection getting done right now, in the middle of it. When it's done, I will know more if I want to go forward and buy this property. If so, I can buy it myself, or one other company I manage can buy it. But at the same time, it's a good-looking property that I could potentially split with others in the community. So that's what we're going to potentially do. Just giving you a heads up. And other people have also expressed interest in teaming as well. So we'll potentially do this deal because it's less than total entry, like everything and all the paid, blah blah blah. It is literally less than $30,000. Maybe a whole lot less than 30, but that's the safe number to go with. But a whole less. So we shall see. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's great. And, like I said, when I did these, looked at it, I'm like, it makes perfect sense to buy these properties myself and pay people up front. Right? It does make sense. I'll bring it up again and show you where that comes in. Where are you? Here. Okay. This is a good example. This is a bad example. I talked about this. Right? Math, literally math, and this is the math. It makes so much sense for me to be like, oh, okay, you want to buy, I can buy your property. You currently negative, so save you from foreclosure. I'll give you $0, but I'm gonna pay the whatnot so that I don't go into foreclosure. I am literally giving. So the amount I'm gonna spend on this property, I'm gonna pay to prevent you from going into foreclosure. I'm gonna be paying more for it, and the person is like, "Oh, thank you. Great agent, come on." Be like, in this example, $100,000 property, so their 3% comes out to be $1,000, and then I need my $3,000. Okay, cool. Fine. Here's $3,000. Anything also comes along. I need to look. First thing they want 15, and I laugh, and then they say, "I just meant 10." I was like, "Sounds good. Good. If you got the deal, let's think about it." And then they might be, well, nobody's actually buying. Take, okay, cool. I'd still prefer to give, even in that case, 5. That's a whole lot better than 15K or 10. But at that point, they get cash up front. But literally, this is what's happening thanks to plain old math. Over time, we have seen, again, not financial advice, all right, go into yourself. The property appreciate, generally speaking, over time. Even some areas where the property goes down in bit, over time, they still have to be somewhere around 2, 3, 4% sometimes, but 3% is good. That pretty much everybody uses over time. The property value goes up. Guess what? You're paying the balance on the mortgage, right? On that loan, you're making sure that you're paying enough. And guess what? That balance down. So over time, there's that money. So to me, simply speaking, I buy this property, I give everybody cash up front, and then I make multiples later on. Literally, this is what the math says. I make multiples over time. So really, I should be doing what everybody else is doing. I should say, no, I'm not making equity. Here's cash. No, give you equity. Here's cash. Literally, I had somebody else who was a buyer that I'm going to deal to. I was about to hand a deal to somebody bought them a deal, and we were in discussion. He was talking about it. Okay, cool. You're going to equity, and like you should get, and then some other ones. It was an awesome deal, and that person was like, "No, I'll give you cash." I was like, "Wait, why?" Because I could do this myself. Blah blah. Right? Pretty much the same things I would. This is myself. You just happen to find the deal. You happen to talk to me. Blah. I'm just going to give you cash. That's what I want to do. You're getting cash. Okay. That's what other people are doing. They just buy the deal, and then just not. So now you all know my $5. You see that if you get 5K, I would potentially buy it. Yeah, if you can do that, I will potentially almost 100%. But yeah, I can't guarantee anything. I'll probably buy it. It's on a 5K down. But then what happens is you down, you want your cut, and the agent wants their cut, and pay closing costs, that's a bunch of cash. But guess what? This is why the math works, is all this extra money available as it. I would be paying that. I would be coming a millionaire much if I did it the way that other people did. This way, you are getting paid a lot more over than you would get upfront. Same thing with the agent if they have to go along. Sometimes they don't. Again, if they don't want it, okay, you want cash on, fine, whatever. Thank you for whatever service you did provide. List on LS, whatever else you do. Thank you. Own anything. All good. There's all this money available, and that goes into our pocket. Okay, that's what happened. My pocket. If I'm the one buying it, that's fine. Awesome deal. But now I'm sitting offering this opportunity to other people who are wholesalers, and they, have best interest in becoming actual buyers. They want to be like, oh, I just need to. Literally, multiple people have told me, I just need to close a few deals so that I can then become a buyer. Like, what? You want to close a few deals to become a buyer? Let's separate two. You want to close the deal so you can get some money. You want some how much money you need, just like all the sales. How much do you need? You need 1,000 today, or next week, or in 3 days when you need dollars. Do you need $1,000, or do you need 10,000? Like keep, because people keep saying they need 10,000, and no buyers are actually closing, so they keep getting 0. But I would say if you need 1,000, and you could accept that extra 9,000 in equity that potentially becomes a bigger exit than 9,000, you might as well be a buyer now. I think financial advice, though. Not financial advice. Would anybody agree? Anybody else agree? Okay. Cool. Well, thank you so much. The crowd goes wild. Crowd goes wild for the shared equity plan. SharedEquityPlan.com. Love it. Thank you. I'm just around here. Thank you so much. Economy, ecom, what? there for a picture. Things that maybe it's not. I should guess, but you all good. This is long live, but it's fine. Deal with this and kind of get stuff, the video and the websites and all that updated. Enough for the day, but I tweet these out as much as I can, whatever the word. Getting to the end of the day. That's the indication I can't finish my sentences properly. It is probably time to close this live. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on BuyBox Live. It's another one in the books. We say that is done. Thank you all very much. We're going to go ahead and close this live up and see you again on the next BuyBox Live. Guys.